Hey there, documenters. I am documenting week 23 and I am going to be working with Hip Kit's July kit, both the main scrapbook kit and the Pocket Life kit. I've got a bunch of photos here from the first week of June that I really wanted to scrapbook, so I'm just kind of organizing them. And I like using the main scrapbook kits because you can see there I take a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, cut it in half, which gives 3 4 by 6 cards, or you can cut one of those up into 2 3 by 4. So it gives you a lot more cards to work with when you're using a large kit. So right now I'm just going through and trying to pick out the different pieces of paper that I want to use for the cards and going through the embellishments. So I'm going to start working on the left hand side here. So I'm trying to do something a little different since I'm going back to Project Life weekly, and I'm using this kind of hexagon die cut that I did from my Big Shot, and I've cut out a bunch of these stickers on my Cricut just with the different week numbers, just to add a little consistency. So the color of the die cut is probably going to change from week to week depending on the kit that I'm using, but I just like that consistency of that design style with the week. So because I was doing a lot of gardening, I used this yellow hat die cut from the pack that came in with the main kit, and then also going to use this washi to just kind of add a little bit of a grounding effect for this this embellishment cluster that I'm going to do with the title week. So I'm just sticking the week down. I'm going to cut the end off because I like the idea of having it kind of hang off the page. Going to stick the hat down, and then I'm going to find one of these puffy stickers. It looks like I used the butterfly there. Going to stamp with the stamp. This is an exclusive stamp set that came with the kit and stamped on the photos a little bit. And then I'm going through the strips, the naming strips or barcode strips on the end of the page, because I want to find one that I can use to make like a little banner or a little flag. So I'm just going to cut this up and trim off the white edge there, make my little flag by hand, and then I'm going to put that down on the photo with one of the die cuts. I think I go with a black and white. Yeah, I went with the black and white flower. And so I'm going to do the same thing on the other photo where I'm going to use some type of word tag and then also an embellishment. So I'm going to find another black and white one in here. And then I also, on the flag on the left-hand photo, used the Picture Perfect stamp that was in the stamp set. So those two cards are done. My title card's done. So now I'm going to go through and do my 3 by 4s. I love kits that include cacti. Living in Arizona, it's a very big thing that we see. Cacti, it's a natural thing out here. Our state flower is the saguaro cacti flower, I believe. So I just want to do something with this card, and I'm going to take, I think this is, what is it, Picked Preserves? This is the Ranger Distressed Oxide, and I found this beautiful. Well, I was going to do Picked Preserves, but then I decided to go back, go old school, and go to my Colorbox, these petals that I had, and I had this eggplant color that I really liked. So I'm going to get the stamp ready on my Tonic Stamper. I really liked this stamper compared to the Misty. It's a little bit more heavy duty. The hinge is made with metal, and the plate, the reversible plate on the top there, is a heavier duty plastic. So after all the reviews that I had heard on Misty about how some of them had cracked or the hinge had cracked, I decided to go with the Tonic one. So now I've stamped out Hello Summer on a little die cut that I have from one of my punches, and I just fussy cut around it, and I put a little foam sticker behind it, and I'm going to put that down on the card here and call that one done. And now I'm gonna move on and do my journaling cards. So I like typing my journaling cards out sometimes, and I just recycled some index cards that I use. Normally I use index cards for my journaling. I just go buy a pack. They're really cheap at the store, especially right now at back to school time. But sometimes I'll just buy the blank index cards. So I did my journaling. I added a little puffy sticker on one of the journaling, and I'm putting them in my scrapbook.com pocket protector. I really like the scrapbook.com ones because the 3x4 card sizes are true 3x4. You don't have to trim anything down like you do with the Project Life ones. So now moving on to the second page, I'm going to start with this photo of my garden. I had just redid my garden and moved all of my plants and did some landscaping. So I'm going to pick out a die cut to use for my journaling card there, and I really liked that strawberry paper. It's so cute. And I have a little strawberry plant in my garden, so I thought that would be really cute to kind of tie in to the photo with my garden. So I'm just going through the different die cuts, having a bit of a time trying to decide which die cuts to use. And I end up going with that kind of tropical drink. So yeah, so I end up deciding on that one. And then on the photo, I'm just going to take one of these vellum stickers, put it on a piece of scratch cardstock. I'm going to fussy cut it out, and then I'm just going to hand write phase 2. I really wish I had a typewriter. I would love to type some of these things out, because with something like that, it would be easy enough to put in a typewriter, whereas you know, trying to get that through my printer from my computer would be really difficult, and I don't know how well it would work on vellum. So, but I'm just going to stick that down for phase 2 of my garden there, and I'm going to start my journaling. Now I'm going to cut out because you don't need to see me writing all of that down. So, but that's one of those 3x5 index cards that I get for the journaling. It's a perfect size for a 4x6. Gives you a lot of space to write if you want, or if you want to do some stamping. And now I'm just taking some foam stickers and putting it on the back of that little drink. And I'm going to peel all the backs of these off. And I realize when I go to put it down on the page that there's not enough room. So I have to move the journaling card over. And then, yeah, you know, that's life. This happens. So now that card is done. So now I'm going to move to the 3x4 cards in the middle, and I'm going to do some journaling here. The photo you see right to my, in the center of the screen there, is a DIY trellis I made for my cucumber plant. And so I just wanted to journal about making that DIY trellis. Because you saw I have very little space there in my garden. The things I have growing can get really large. And so I wanted to utilize as much of the vertical space as I can, and trellising some of the plants is a really great idea to do that. So I just took my date stamp off, put the date on there, and now I'm going to go through these puffy stickers that came in the Pocket Life kit. And sadly, I think when they got delivered, the heat here in Phoenix, we had a couple of days where it was reaching 116, 118. I think it messed up the back, the sticky of the puffy stickers, because it stuck. Every single one of them I took out stuck to the back, so I had to put some mono glue on there, or some Tombow mono. And now I'm going to take another one of these little tags and just fussy cut that around to kind of go over on my table. This little table was a great little find I found on Facebook Marketplace. It's a little table and 2 chairs for 25 bucks, and it was just the perfect size for that corner of my patio, because my yard isn't very big. The whole yard itself is maybe 12 by 15, so I don't have a lot of space there. So just sticking that little vellum sticker down, and then gonna put another puffy sticker on there, but again, the stick is gone, so I have to get some glue out and glue that down. And then that card is done, so I'm gonna move all of those aside, and I'm gonna work on the journaling for the bottom. So again, taking out one of those 3x5 index cards. I really love these for journaling, really great value. And I'm gonna put it on this blue. It's a blue and white pattern. And again, looking for another die cut to put in there. I wanted something that was going to give a little contrast to the blue. So I'm trying to find something in like a yellow or an orange. And I found that little orange pineapple you can kind of see hiding there under my wrist. I try out a few other things, but nothing really pops the way I liked it, and that pineapple really popped the color there. It's a good contrast because blue and orange are complementary. So I've got that there, and I didn't like the white on the dark blue, so I'm going to put a little bit of backing behind this in just a second. That way the journaling stands out just a little bit from that navy background. And I have a bunch of this black heavy duty cardstock, so I use that for a lot of matting projects like this instead of going back to just the navy blue. And then these 2 3x4 photos, I needed to adhere them down because they're going to go in the 4x6 pocket on the bottom left of the page. Alright, so that's it for week 23 process video. It's been a while since I've done a lot of scrapbooking, and right now I need to do the art therapy, so I'm going to be getting back into it, going back to the weekly style for a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future process videos. See you guys later. Bye.